Good morning, everybody. Allow me to introduce you to the big bruise on the back of my calf. Bearing in mind this is day 1 of bruise, so it's going to get worse from here, but here we go. This is my calf, and this here is my bruise. This is my other calf, just for reference. No bruise. Big bruise. Now, the reason I've got this big bruise is because I had a really nasty massage yesterday known as a myofascial release. Now, you might remember, like we're talking months ago now, before I ran the marathon, I had another one on my quad, and the whole thing was a bruise. Essentially, the way I understand it, according to the guy who did this to me, is that you have a... And by the way, if I'm wrong, people in the comments let me know, and anyone who knows anything about like anatomy or anything, then feel free to correct me. But the way I understand it is you have a thing called fascia that kind of runs over your muscles, like in a smooth line, across like over your whole body. But when you do things wrong, like you walk wrong, or you run marathons wrong, or you just kind of, your body's not working the way it should, it kind of bunches up, which means blood flow can't go as well, and basically you get issues with your muscles. Now by now, because I've told you a million times, you all know I have a bad knee. I've told you about it loads. I went in to see this guy yesterday. He thinks, basically, often when things go wrong in your body, they start lower and work their way up till they find the point of weakness. So he thinks that it starts in my calf, then goes up to my knee, and that's where the issue is. From there, the pain then works its way up even further. So it goes from my knee, I get a lot of pain in my left glute and my left shoulder too. Now, so I asked the guy to kind of release my glute a bit. So I've got a big bruise on my calf and also a nasty one on my butt tip. I won't show you that. Anyway, that's the story there. It hurts like a motherfucker. I'm going to be honest. He basically gets like a blunt knife and makes you kind of tense the muscle so it's, really solid, and then we'll just rub this knife thing over it. And it's like, have you ever done like a coin relief where you get a coin and you get like a piece of paper on top of it and a crayon and rub over? It's like that, like you feel all these little ribs and nodules, and eventually he works them out, but it does lead to, it's agony. Anyway, that was yesterday. Today, I have a day of kind of like personal physical admin. So I have to go back into the opticians and get my eyes checked. So I had laser eye surgery, I think 3 weeks ago now. I think this is my last checkup to make sure that my eyes are fine. I then have to go back into the knee specialist and tell him how I'm getting on with my exercises and stuff. To be honest, there hasn't really been any improvement, which is annoying. Then I'm getting a haircut, and whatever else happens in between. So come along for the day and we'll get me fixed up and cut my hair and stuff. So I just had my eyes tested, and they've got even better since last time. I say even better, like marginally, because I'm pretty much as good as you can get, which is just brilliant, isn't it? So my brother is going in, I think in a few weeks. Tan's dad is going in on Friday to get one of his eyes done. Weirdly, I don't understand how it works. He's getting one eye done and one not. So I think he's going to have one eye for computer distance, because he works on the computer all day, and one eye for everything else, I suppose. And apparently your brain just adjusts and makes it happen. I don't know, science. Tan is going in tomorrow for her consultation to find out if she's viable to get it done, and then she'll have it done in like maybe a month or so too. So it's funny how I think maybe if you watched the actual video and you were interested, maybe it's kind of got you thinking about it too, because when you see someone go through it impartially and the experience they've had, I think it can really make people more inclined to do it. Because I've had a lot of horror stories, but actually having it done myself, I've realised that if you get it done right, it's really not bad at all. It's actually really brilliant. Anyway, I'm now going to check out John Lewis, because today's Tuesday and I was told that my edit should be in store on Tuesday. The thing is, it's quite early on a Tuesday, so I'm not sure if it's actually going to be there yet. So I'm going to swing by and have a look. If it is, I'll vlog. If not, I won't. And today is the day that my writing, so the thing I've been writing for a long time, today is the day that it gets sent off to publishers. So I'm doing it the traditional way, rather than a publisher coming to me going, hey, do you want to write a book? I have written what's called a proposal, which is basically a load of stuff. So I think I wrote about 20 chapters-ish, and we picked sort of the best 7 or 8 to send off, and you have like a little header with it to say what it's all about, and a little footer to say thanks for reading, hope you liked it, blah blah blah. And now it's been sent off to publishers as of today. Well, I hope as of today. Here's the thing. I hadn't written anything for a few weeks because I had written everything that I could write, and was then kind of collating everything together, putting it in the right order, making sure it made sense, blah blah blah. So I haven't actually written much for a few weeks. And in that time I've been thinking about the title. The title I had was kind of like a work in progress. It was never a title I'd settled on. It was just something I was calling it in my head. And then talking to Gleam and everything, it's kind of what the book became known as, but I'm not sure that's the title I wanted to have. Anyway, now it's going off to potential publishers with that title, and I'm not sure that's what I want, so I have to really think about what I'm going to call this thing first. So it might not go today. I want it to go today because I've done everything, and today's kind of a really good day for it to head off, but I want to make sure that I'm happy with what the thing's called in the first place. So I'm going to have a good, long, hard think about it before sending it off, but potentially today could be the day where it gets sent off and publishers read it and decide if they want to work with me or not. So it's very exciting. I have done it slightly differently in that, like I say, I've written it and sent it off as opposed to the publisher approaching me, but I think that's the way books are written traditionally. That's kind of the way I want to do it. Yeah, I guess once I've got a title sorted, we just wait and find out what happens. Who's that handsome devil in the John Lewis store? This is the flagship store on Oxford Street, and look, there I am. That's so cool, right? And you come around this way. And I love this. I'm buying this coat today, and the scarf, I think, actually. And maybe even the jumper too. There's me again. I love that. That's one of my favourite looks, I think. Cool. It's so warm today. Anyway, I got something from John Lewis. I actually only got one thing because there were two other things that I wanted, but I didn't have my size in stock, which is probably a good thing. Hopefully it means I sold really well, so I bought them online instead. Now I'm off to the knee place to get my knee looked at. I'm a bit concerned I'm going to get told off about having my calf played with, because last time I saw the knee guy, he said not to let anyone else poke around my knee. Now I know my calf is not my knee, but he was right at the top of my calf, which is very close to knee territory. And this physio I'm about to see is really good, really well respected, very good at his job, but terrifying. So I don't want to get in trouble with him. But he's good at what he does, and I'm hoping we'll kind of get to the bottom of it. I know the issue, and I know I have to keep doing the exercises, and I have been doing the exercises that help my knee, and I can really feel that when I do them, they're in the right spot. But it isn't getting any better yet, so it just takes time. Weirdly, my brother has a bad knee too, the same knee, different spots, got a different issue, but part of me wonders if maybe we're just a bit lopsided by genetics, you know? I've just got home, and I think someone wants to go outside, so I'm going to grab a quick drink and take you for a quick walk, kiddo. I give her, though, about 5 minutes out there before she freaks out. It's 32 degrees according to my phone today, which is too hot for little dogs like that. She does this weird thing where when she gets really hot, she will just kind of stop, and then she'll do this thing with her face, which is like that. It's a really weird face to let more air into her head, I suppose. So I'll take her out to give her a bit of exercise, I think, but I don't think she'll want to be out there long. I don't think she realises how hot it is, do you? You want to go out there? But I don't think you're aware of just how hot it is. Let me get your poo bags and we'll go. What's going on, kid? Any good sniffs? Hey? Any good sniffs? And we are home. Do you want a treat? Look at that little head when you say that. Treat! Come on then, this way. Get your treat. Come on. Come. So we actually lasted longer than I thought because we bumped into Karen, who is our dog walker who takes Martha in the mornings. So on her afternoon walk that I just took her on then, we bumped into Karen, who was picking up her kid from school. So we stopped and chatted, and Karen had a different dog with her, so they played for a while. And actually she lasted more like half an hour, which is pretty good. I didn't think she'd get that long. But then she did this weird face thing, which means she's too hot, so I brought her back in. And now I'll have a little treat with you and a cuddle, and then I'll go get my hair cut. I did. There's nothing in it right now because I'm going straight to the gym. I've quite enjoyed today. I've done zero work, and I know I've got my knee poked and prodded and stabbed and stuff, but it's been like a day of like physical admin. Opticians, knee, a haircut, going to the gym. I've done no work. It's been quite nice. So I'm going to go work out now. And I do have a blister coming on my foot. That's one thing I've got to complain about, but otherwise it's been very good. Hottest day of the year so far too. On September 13th, 32 degrees, hottest day of the year. What did they say, Tanya? It was like the hottest September, hottest day in September for like 50 years or something. I feel like this is just like climate change. I've become so accustomed to it, I'm going to die. It's not sticking around. Tomorrow is also going to be scorching, and I have a shoot, and the day after, and I have 2 autumn-winter shoots, so I'll be wearing like thick knitwear and coats.
Hey, you've got to get your schedule sorted out.
Well, that's how fashion works. You shoot in advance.
No, but I mean, I'm going to the pool on Thursday.
Oh, okay, have fun. So I'll go to the gym and I'll catch up. Maybe I'll talk to you on the walk. Who knows? I'll catch up with you at some point. Right, so I finished at the gym and it's now 8:30 in the evening, and it is so warm still, like boiling. I feel like I'm on holiday. It's brilliant. Good session, good back today. Josh, who's my normal trainer, was really busy and stuff, so I actually used to train with a new guy called, well, actually I trained with him before. This is my second session with him, a guy called Scott, who's really good and actually has a very nice calming voice, so for a session in the evening felt quite nice. Anyway, I'm going to head home now and eat loads of food. I've got lots of stuff to do. I've got a photo shoot in the morning and I need to like learn some stuff for it. Weirdly, I can't tell you what it's about yet, but I need to kind of learn a few bits and bobs so I can talk about things efficiently. And I'm going to end this video here, so thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you. Actually, because I'm on the photo shoot tomorrow and the next day, I will be filming, but you can't watch it for a while because it'll have to wait until I can talk about it, basically. So I might not see you for a few days. We'll see what happens. But until I see you next time, enjoy life. Bye.